Yinzer Nation, wake the fuck up. We are back. Episode 32 today. As you can see, we are down a person. Corey, as you might have seen on social media, he will be out for the podcast until further notice due to, we'll just say medical reasons.
Medical reasons.
Yeah. We're all thinking about you, Corey. Hope for the best. Yeah. Miss you, bud. I mean, at least your hot takes aren't going to lose. So
I mean, they still might.
He's getting PTO, too.
I mean, I would
Yeah,
hope so.
Steve gave it to him.
Yeah.
But on a positive note, our second in-person guest, former Boston College alumni, Trav. Welcome to the pod, bud.
Hey, Trav.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for not saying like star or something like that.
Just alumni. Keep it nice and chill,
alumni
right?
was a very good choice.
Star of the Wheeling and Dillon hockey
team.
He's like, I got a piece of paper. That's about it. That's all I did.
I don't even know where it is. I think it's in my parents' house somewhere.
It's somewhere in
not-
a box with dust all over
It's
it.
not important anyways.
Not
anyway.
using it right now currently. So
But yeah, welcome to the pod. We're going to rattle off our review of our hot takes from our last episode. The James said that Barkov was win the Conn Smythe. That unfortunately did not happen yet.
Is that a technicality? Can they still get a W by the end of this podcast, or is it like a hard has to happen?
I don't know
by-
if we specified it or
we
not.
didn't.
Technically, it is something that will happen before the next pod. And since the pod already happened, it's not
It's no
before.
longer
That would be
before.
during the next pod.
So it's no longer before. So it's a loss.
So get wrecked, idiot.
Yeah,
I
get
mean,
fucked.
McDavid's probably.
So is that
gonna
a tie,
win.
or?
No, you get, no, you get a loss.
All right, I'll take the loss.
McDavid's gonna win anyways.
I said the Oilers were going to win in 6, and I was close.
Were you?
I mean,
Maybe.
I could be close. I could win in 7.
That'd be wild.
Dill said
Still
DeChambeau.
miss.
Dill said DeChambeau would win the U.S. Open, and he did.
Yeah,
Might chat about that a little later. I don't know.
maybe.
Corey said that Luka and Kyrie are going to combine for 65 plus in one game of the NBA Finals.
Can you go, since he's not here, go over?
So Trav, we're in a group message, right? And I think it's game 1 of the NBA Finals. So Corey's not good at hot takes. He's 2-28.
2-28 now.
Okay. So he's sitting there. It sort of the fourth quarter comes around. He's like, I think I got a chance. He's like, Luka's got 30-some. Kyrie's got like 25. He goes, I got this in the bag. They only need like 12 points in the fourth quarter. Get a text 2 minutes later. He goes, never mind. I was looking at how many minutes they played.
oh my. I'll be honest. I haven't watched a basketball game since the 08 finals. What was it, Lakers Celtics?
Yeah, you're still not missing anything.
I figured,
But
LeBron's still around.
yeah.
That's about the only thing.
that's a bad look for Corey. But, I mean, it's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Tig said this game's going to have 10 plus in his next start.
I think he had
I was
7.
going to say, I think he had 7. And our guest from our last episode, Brad, said the Panthers are going to win in 5.
That was looking good for a while.
It was.
It was looking real good,
real good,
and then it wasn't.
and then now it's not.
It was looking real good till it wasn't.
0-1.
Yeah.
We're
Sorry,
gonna
Brad. Thanks for coming.
Try
Big
again.
math guy.
Try again next year.
So we'll review our hot take all-time record here. Dylan has regained first place, 10-20.
Sure did.
I'm
First
once-
double digits.
You are first
Yeah,
double
first
digits.
double digits.
But I'm still coming up here behind.
You always be there.
9-21. Tiggs in third, 4-24. The James at 3-4, and Corey at 2-28.
You almost had that right there. You would have
You're never
picked a better
passing me.
player.
We need to pick a better player. If I picked any player, it still wouldn't have fucking mattered.
Yeah.
Sure, you should have did your timeline a little better.
Or the Panthers could have just closed it out.
Yeah. If they would have swept them,
I
we
mean,
would have won.
we all thought they were going to close it out by now, but here we are.
By the way, we are watching Game 6 live right now, so there might be some commentary here, but we'll see. So, Trav, why don't you tell our listeners, our viewers here, a little bit about yourself, maybe hobbies, what you like to do in your free time.
Yeah.
Who your favorite top 5 defensemen are you ever played with?
Yeah.
Yeah, get your plug while you can. No, I mean, I'm a golf nut, as per usual. I probably play way too much and think I'm way too good, but no, really, not too much. I play softball, as you can see, coming off a game here.
Two
Du-
games.
Dusted.
2 games,
though.
yeah, I guess.
Whoever he played at Bridgeville, dead. They're dead.
The one guy was about 70 years old, but we'll leave it at that. But no, it's I'm getting older now, as I always say, so I still keep it active, but I try to stay out of the shit, if you will.
It's hard to do sometimes.
Yeah, I got asked to not come back to the one game, but That's either.
That's
You
awful.
said you're too good. You can't.
We're talking about
I'm
Vernon.
disappointed. I much prefer that rink to
Oh, the Vernon.
to Robert Morris. So.
Oh, that's okay. They brought a ringer last night when we played them.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Spencer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He don't count. Trav's better than Spencer.
Oh no shit.
Really? You think so?
Okay, but Spencer's still better than all of us.
Well, yeah.
Hey, whoa. Speak for yourself. That
Oh,
motherfucker
yeah,
didn't score
sorry.
when I was out there.
I forgot you.
Oh, sorry.
Your one shot.
I did have one shot.
Yeah,
I had an absolutely disgusting goal.
Okay, let's talk about this. Actually, Trav, you finish talking about yourself, and then we'll go right into this.
That's not. I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty boring.
But you did play like professional hockey.
Yeah, I did. That was.
He's like, I'm pretty boring.
Oh, you know what? I did do this.
Oh, wait, hold on. Small fat.
Yeah,
Small
no,
fat.
that was fun. Yeah, played at Boston College 4 years, and then did 4 years afterwards. My first 2 years mainly in the East Coast League, and then last 2 in the Southern Pro League, AFL. Had some good years there. Had my fun, and then COVID struck, and as everything happened in the world, we shut down. So tough ending to it, but it was fun. You know, it's something you think as a kid you want to play in the NHL, obviously, but no matter how far you get to be able to say you made a couple shekels playing hockey was obviously a dream. So to be able to do that was cool.
For sure. Who was your favorite teammate at Boston College?
Favorite teammate? Oh, you can't do that to me right now.
Put you on the spot.
No, I would say honestly, a good friend of mine, Pete McMullen. I still keep in touch with him a fair bit. Me and him were frequent healthy scratches together, so we spent a lot of time in the press box. But no, me and Pete got along great, and he was one of our roommates. And I saw him a few years ago back in Jersey. He's from New Jersey. Played golf with him, so haven't seen him in a while. But that's the one thing that's kind of tough about like for me going to BC and then playing pro is like all the friends you make are really kind of spread out all over the world, really, to an extent. I have friends from like Sweden and Russia and all that. So
Columbus.
What?
Johnny Hockey. He's in Columbus.
Oh, okay. Well,
He's close.
Now we're naming names.
go take a lap. But it's tough to get to see him. It's cool having Wheeling close. I still have a few friends that play in the East Coast League, so I've been able to go down over the last couple of years and see some buddies. Former coaches are actually in Fort Wayne right now, so they were in town this past year. So you try to keep in touch, but it is challenging at points.
So I hear you're sitting next to maybe your second favorite defensive partner ever.
I would say second.
No, he said top.
he
said
said
top
even
5. I don't give a fuck. Top
Okay,
5?
For reasoning purposes, I am one of the weird people who is much better, I think, and prefers playing offside. So I'm a left shot, played the right side most of my career. So having anyone who stays back and lets me do my thing and plays the left side is aces in my book. So
What about Tiggs?
He's never played with Tiggs.
Next time.
I'm the
next time.
ultimate. Just sit back and let everybody do their thing.
Yeah. I don't know why. I think for me, the way I played, I skated well, so I always wanted to be on my offside, and I don't know. I'm just I try to teach the players I coach to play the offside, and it sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. But I don't know. It's one of those weird ones.
Worked for me.
Yeah, great
So
for me.
you'd be very proud. So we had a game Tuesday night.
Tuesday.
Okay.
Tuesday night out there. I don't remember what happened to start this. There was a lot of chirping going on.
I can tell you.
Naturally, you started probably.
I didn't start.
He didn't start it.
I did not
It
start
is
this.
kind of funny watching him play because he gets that hot temper.
Oh yeah.
I just look at him.
And to
Trav-
make it worse, Ty was there too.
Ty
Oh
was
yeah.
also-
Okay.
Well, so Trav's probably one of the very few people that if he's like, just leave that go, I'm like, all right, well, Trav said leave it go, so I'll leave it go. Like,
Damn right.
There's no one there to say leave it go, though.
Yeah, it's
Well,
it's,
it's mainly-
it's
No,
me.
it's
me
literally
and
the
Ty.
opposite.
It's really how I played my whole career. Is I try to stay away from the shit. So like, if I'm on the ice with you or on the court with you or whatever, and you're buzzing around tomahawking and calling people things we shouldn't be saying on the podcast.
I've never said anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, never.
I just don't want to deal with it. So I'm like, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. But
So-
so we played this team. They're called Cobra Kai. What they really should be called is Cobra Losers because they suck. But I wasn't
burn,
even
idiot.
involved. This kid started running his mouth at one of our teammates, and he thought it was me. So he turned around and he started. I don't even remember what he fucking said to me. So, like right off the face-off, they like scored. I was no involvement in it. Like no involvement in it.
Rare.
This stupid fuck comes up behind me and just hits me in the ass. That's it. Just a lovely little just boop. And I turned around and I said, what the fuck was that? And he goes, sick goal. I was like, what? And then I don't know what caused it, but it escalated real quick, like 0 to 200.
To one of our teammates.
Yeah,
Who was on the bench.
No, wait, you gotta say the other.
So-
what was
No,
the line you
that
said?
happened later in the game.
So I told him, no. I know where he's at. I'm a little bit ahead. So I told him that I was going to take his head and bounce it off the ground like a basketball and put it into the basketball hoop that was over in the corner. Then, the very next play, I line up on the face-off dot side by side with him, and he goes, "What the fuck are you going to do about it?" And I said, "You're going to fucking see." Then I skated into the offensive zone, and like I'm a lefty, so I was on the far left side on the goal line. I turned around and I shot it. It rang all 3 fucking bars, went over the goalie, short side and in. And they're all like,
What the fuck?
"Where the fuck did you learn how to do that at?" And I said, "Trev."
And then there's me in the crease, and I'm just thinking to myself, and I'm like, so the part that he left out is the kid that was chirping him tried to block the shot. Like he went down on like a full knee to try to block a shot, and I'm thinking in my head, and I'm like, I'm not going to say this in game, but I'm like, you meant to hit this kid in the throat. I come over to the bench end of the second period. I was like, you didn't mean to do that. I was like, you try to hit that kid in the third. He's like, yeah.
I was 100% aiming for that kid's head.
And you put it.
But I scored the sickest goal I've ever scored in my life.
My favorite part is Ty sitting on the bench, like he's like, yeah, he never does anything, but then every once in a while he'll just pull something right out of his ass.
Ty literally goes, he goes, I
Which
hate
one?
playing here. The James, his
Oh.
brother. He's like, I hate playing here. He goes, there's a bunch of fucking losers that play here. And then he started, did you play, was Ty Ducko there when number 11?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
So the kid started talking shit to him on the bench, but Ty wasn't saying anything. And he goes, and he calls Dylan off. He's like, I'm going to go take this face off.
Oh, okay.
And the kid, and him, Ty, and this other kid take the face off, and Ty just doesn't take it. He just stands there and watches him. And the kid full out whiffs the face off. And Ty goes, "Ha! You whiffed!" But now we're not playing playoffs till September, so yeah, there's that.
Yeah, next
So
year,
if you're free in September, we might need you for playoffs.
Thanks, Harry.
You're gonna need me to come in.
Right.
I was saving it. You know.
Right.
Yeah, I'm on a rehab assignment, so it was my first game.
Yeah, single A.
We're just testing it out.
But yeah, speaking of hockey, I think there's no one better to start us off with here than.
I don't think there's anything to talk about. Can we just skip this?
I wish there was nothing to talk about. I made notes like 3 different times because everyone kept re-signing and like fucking.
Is this new that like the re-signing of the trades still happened during the Stanley Cup? Like I don't remember this happening as like free.
I know free agency always started like
July
Around
1st.
So yeah, I
that
think a lot of it has
time.
to do with bonuses. Like I think I read somewhere that Markstrom like Calgary's not paying his bonus because it's after July
That would make
1.
that makes
That makes sense.
And so a lot of people are probably trying to get business done now so that they don't have to deal with this. Like what's the draft? Like 27, 28, 29, something like that.
yeah, and then
Yeah, right.
That's
then.
2 days to get something done before free agent. You probably want to deal with free agency at that point too. So I can see it. I guess I just never see the playoffs because it's late. Not used to it being. You know,
the only time I
It is
ever
the 21st. It is pretty
it's,
late.
it's the
time-
2 days. It's the 2 days in between, which I understand why, but
the only time I ever remember playoffs going this late is when it was COVID and like
Mhm.
Montreal and was
it's
playing.
the 2 it's the
Lightning.
2 days in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be
Especially
done.
right now because it's 1-1. Like that's killer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you play what 2 games in like 6 days.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's tough.
It's an extra travel day.
Yeah, it's like Vernon.
Well, extra travel day for Vernon. I
Mhm.
mean, we do need it sometimes. It takes a while to get out
I'm
there.
gonna buy us a jet. That's just easier.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with league news, rumors, and then we'll cover a little bit of the finals. There's a lot of league news. The first topic is Warsofsky was named the Sharks coach.
Yeah.
He spent 2 years as their assistant. Everyone seems to like that guy.
He was my first pro coach, Ryan Warsofsky.
Really?
Head coach of South Carolina.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Small world.
you know, Warsaw's a good dude. I liked him a lot.
Wars of Sky.
I did not see it be coming this quickly. I'll be honest with you.
He's like
but-
super young.
Yeah, he's like 36 or 7.
Yeah.
But he was great. He was. I mean, I was only there for like a month or something my first year pro, but he was a good guy. So I'm happy for him. It'll be. I mean, it's going to be a tough couple years. So hopefully they hold on to him.
They do have the first overall pick.
Didn't we have a defenseman
Mm-hmm.
Warsofsky too?
David,
Yeah,
it's his
Dan.
brother.
Oh, is it really?
He played at BU.
I honestly thought that's who he was talking about.
I think his brother just retired, or he might be like overseas somewhere. I'm not sure.
Huh.
But yeah, he was at the Pens for a while. He's a good player.
The next topic is Kako re-signed 1 year, $2.4 million with the Rangers.
I think
Yeah.
that's an overpay.
He's he's young, but he like hasn't like they didn't really give him a fair chance when he started. Then he was like kind of buried. This year he had more production. I think that's more of like a prove it deal than anything. Chatfield re-signed with the Hurricanes 3 years for $9 million. That probably means Brady Shea and Pesci are probably moving on. I'm kind of curious to see where Shea goes. I like him a lot.
He's a fucking good ass stay-at-home defenseman too.
Yeah, I really like him. Next, Doug Armstrong signed a 3-year extension with the Blues, and then Steen was named special assistant. He's going to take over once Doug Armstrong's term ends. Everybody around the league loves Doug Armstrong. I think that I'm interested to see. I think more recently, like you start seeing like former players of the teams becoming like the GMs of the teams.
Or they start out in some type of front office role.
Yeah, like Matt Cullens with the Penguins,
Yeah.
Orpik's with the Capitals. So you're starting to see a lot of that, and I don't ever remember really seeing that.
I mean, Billy Guerin kind of started that.
Yeah, he was probably the first one that I
Yeah.
remember.
No, he's what, Minnesota, right? He's their
I'd
GM.
say even Stevie Y down in Tampa.
Yeah.
He was there for like the 10.
Well, he
11,
built
12
their
season.
team, and now he's building the Red Wings.
But yeah, it's definitely more common. Like you see, like Spezza's great, and like all these players, you're just like, we're just gonna go retire, and we're just gonna go upstairs.
I'm surprised Vancouver hasn't brought in the Sedins yet.
They are. They're like
Are they?
assistant Coaches, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Read your news, buddy.
Ooh, nice.
I think they promoted the one assistant coach.
Yeah, get fucked.
to something, and I think they're like taking a more prominent role or something.
Oh.
I can't remember exactly what it is.
Brodeur, I can't. Brodeur's on a
No, he's
front
like-
office
yeah,
somewhere
he-
too. It's
I
not
thought
that
he was
it's
St.
St.
Louis,
Louis.
but I don't think he's there anymore.
Next we have Quinn was named assistant with the Pens. I mistakenly called him Dan Quinn this morning to Trav when I was talking to him about it.
Wrong sport.
I also called that about a month
I was
ago.
gonna say he's a decent offensive coordinator.
Now,
I
do you think that he's Sullivan's replacement if they can him after the first 2
No.
months?
No,
I don't think so.
no, I don't think so. I think he's going to be. So he walked in. He was an assistant like I'm back in like the late '90s, I think, is what I read. But like these guys they need a couple years to be an assistant, and then kind of move into it. So I'm excited to see what he brings. He was a good coach in college, and he won a lot there. So
Not against you.
they definitely beat us. They had Jack Eichel. I mean, what do you want us to do?
What do you want us to do?
I got stuck on the ice with him, and it was him, Rodriguez, and this kid Adi Oxenden from Finland had like 65 points.
Hell of a name.
I got
That's such a great name.
I got stuck on the ice in the D zone for maybe a minute and 20. Minute 20, minute 25, and I got off the ice. Coach was like, "Yeah, you're not going against them anymore." Yeah, I was like, "Thank you." And then I think I looked at the time on ice sheet after. I think I had one more shift that topped to like a minute 45 total. I was like, "I'm good for the night." Even for the night.
Speaking of Rodriguez, I just saw something the other day that like the players that he's played with in his career, like Eichel, like line mates, Eichel,
Yeah.
Sid, Barkov, McKinnon, and I mean, he played well game one, but
He played well until the Connor McDavid show took over.
yeah,
Took a while to get going.
Yeah. Goodrow was waived by the Rangers. That was a cap dump, and I think I saw today he re-signed with the Sharks.
Yeah, maybe yesterday or whatever day it was.
Yeah.
Back in the Sharks uniform.
Yeah.
Yikes.
have fun.
Someone was like, I just edited him with his jersey on. I'm like, you suck.
They might win 10 games next year.
Well, they went last year.
Probably
13.
15.
I was going to say no more than 20. Next, the Blue Jackets fired their head coach. I did see an interesting stat. Johnny Hockey, he's played 10 seasons. He's had 10 different head coaches.
Is that good?
That's crazy.
That's fucking awful. Like,
See,
that's got to be brutal, right?
It's like Tide's bad timing too. I think he had Hartley to start
Yeah.
when he went in for that one game, and I think they gassed Hartley after that. And then he had Peters, and that shit went down with him. And
Yeah.
then Sutter, I don't necessarily think it's anything obviously he's doing, but
No,
and then the Columbus situation I think is just
bad.
yeah. I mean I don't think it's just the way it is.
I think they're
John Tortorella. I mean,
right.
right.
So do
Columbus
they
is
have a
in-
coach, or are they just
No, they're looking.
vacant right now? Okay.
They're in a worse shape than Buffalo. Like Buffalo fires their coach every year too,
Yeah.
but Buffalo's team is like significantly better than the Blue Jackets. Like when were the Blue Jackets? Since
Well, it
Bob,
was 2018.
right? When they had Bob Borowski and Panarin,
Yeah.
and since then they've been ass.
Boone Jenner's still kicking. somehow.
I would like to see what
Dubinsky.
the Devils would have done if Goudreau would have went there, because there was all those rumors about him going to New Jersey instead of Columbus. I mean, obviously they would have gotten Timo Meier at the trade deadline, but he hadn't played too hot last year.
Not after he got traded, no.
Right. But, I mean, for Goudreau's career, he hasn't really played the best in Columbus so far, but I would love to see what he could have done playing beside, like, Jack Hughes.
I think he has 3 years left, 2 years left.
Johnny?
Yeah.
Like 6.
I think he's
Oh, dude, he signed that
7
massive
years.
deal.
Yeah,
like
he's
8
got
or
6.
9.
Yeah, good luck.
Six-
Good luck,
it's
Charlie.
7 years. I think he's got like 5 or 6 years left.
I'd be requesting a trade.
Like tomorrow. Hronik re-signed with the Canucks 8 years, 7.5 a year.
Yeah, did you ask Avi how he liked that one?
No, but I think that's an overpay.
Yeah.
I think it's both. I think it's too long and an overpay. Like 8 years is a long time.
He's young, though. Isn't he like 25, 26?
Yeah, he's not old.
But like any quality defenseman is just an overpay at this point.
He's a right shot.
Yeah, he is a righty.
I mean, this contract could look nice in like 2 years, 3 years from now. If he,
I don't think he finishes with the Canucks.
I don't think so.
I don't
either.
think
Ain't
that
no
8
way.
years runs with the Canucks.
But it's 7.5 if he continues to play how he played this year and maybe even a little bit significantly better. I mean,
I think their blue line needs help, and I think that if they were to let him walk, that would have been really bad for their team right now. I just don't know
yeah,
what
Quinn Hughes, that's all they need.
right.
Never heard of him.
They're gonna put Avi Kopech in that.
Might lose every game.
They will lose every game. His over under for us is like 6.5 every game. But I mean, I'm interested to see what that looks like in 4 years from now, because I don't think it's gonna look.
As bad?
I don't like 4 years. Probably not as bad. I would say 5 years might look a little rough.
Oh, like we said, depends on how he plays.
Right.
If he shits the bed, then it's bad. But
Yeah.
if he's a top 10 defenseman, then 7.5
That's
is a
not.
steal.
Yeah, that's not bad. Raymond got re-signed to the Red Wings. They said Sider is going to be next. I feel like I would have done Sider first.
Agreed.
Yeah,
But
walk up your defenseman.
Yeah, and he's young and he fucking kills people. I mean, not that Raymond's bad, but like he had a really bad year this year.
he had a really streaky year. He was
Yeah,
like,
it was.
really
It looked
up and
like a
down.
roller coaster, and the only reason I know is because I had him on fantasy.
That made that hat trick against us.
Right, that was about it. So look for the Sider deal soon. Cogs retired, and then he joined the Avs front office. So I think that everybody kind of knew he was.
Did you see how many games he missed in his career?
Yes.
Yes.
He
Not
missed
many.
like 27 games in like
Sev-
16 or 17
17.
years.
Yeah, he was
17
like
year.
the Larry Fitzgerald of the fucking NHL.
That's fucking crazy to me.
Someone said that he would have had the Iron Man streak, but he got suspended.
It's screwed, yeah. It was
Oh,
like
I
a
do
very, it
remember
was like a
that.
very hit or miss kind of. Could be a suspension, could not be a suspension, and he was a first-time offender, so everyone thought he wouldn't get it.
Yeah, and they
And
totally
they-
fucked him over.
Yeah,
The league said, "How you doing?"
I think it was actually Peros who was the guy. I think he was either teammates with him in Anaheim
I was
or
the-
something.
I think they were teammates.
So he was kind of like another like, what the fuck was that?
Marchand went to the Devils.
Finally.
Yeah, we said that at the trade deadline. I think that was one of my points there. Now that Devils have a goalie, the only thing is Marchand's a little bit older. I think he's
His career's
36.
gonna die now,
What's
too.
older, 30 what?
I think he's 36.
Oh, yeah. A little older.
What do you think he's 33?
Oh, I thought
He's a little young.
I thought
I
I
think he's
saw
like
him at
2.
36.
Get on it.
I'll look it up.
Fingers don't work.
33 maybe.
He's like
Well, if he's
mid-
33, that's not bad. But if he's 36,
He's like 2 years
then
left.
it's-
What I still don't get is that they traded Vita at the trade deadline for a goalie swap with San Jose,
35.
and it's like why
Right in the middle.
So
why not just write out Vita if you planned on trying to go for Markstrom in the offseason?
So they have Markstrom and who else now?
Jake Allen.
Yeah, Jake Allen.
Oh,
It's a pretty good duo.
It's not a bad dude. I think
not bad.
when Markstrom has a good team in front of him, he's good. When he has a shit team in front of him,
Shit.
it's not that he's shit, but like when you okay, for example, when he plays and he has shit in front of him, he plays like shit. When we're in front of him, not bad.
That's because you block 9 shots a game.
That's
Not
bad.
last game he did. He fucking blocked
I
one
would like to
right in
think
the
he'd
net.
probably be pretty
did. I
bad with you
actually
in
just
front of you in
kicked
the
it in.
NHL.
Huh?
I think he'd probably be pretty bad with you in front of him in the NHL.
I mean, I think everybody would.
Thomas Garner's not the same caliber as the NHL.
I think that like there was no consistency in Calgary, like especially this year. They were all over the place. Huberdeau, I don't know what the
Yeah,
Huberdeau.
he was
Right.
non-existent.
exactly. I don't know what's going on with him. So I think this is just a. Did anybody see that video that he put out today on like the Devil's social media channel?
No.
It looked like he was being held hostage.
Oh, really?
He's like, I am so happy to play. He's holding the mic like there's no mic. He's like, I am so happy to play for the New Jersey Devils. And it's like,
Thanks, cut.
I was,
as he's raiding off a
yeah,
helicopter.
I'm like reading the comments. They're like, blink if you need help. Next we have the Darcy Kemper, and
Our new goalie.
PLD move.
See you later.
Our new goalie, Darcy Kemper.
I got traded.
Yeah.
That was a bad trade on our GM. Who's our GM? Oh, aren't you the GM?
Yeah, so no.
You traded yourself.
I don't know. Like the Kings, they have Talbot.
And they had David Riddich was their backup, and he played
Yeah.
pretty well last year when Talbot
They're both.
was off.
They made playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had good goalies. So I think that Riddich, I want to say his contract's up. One of their goalies' contract's up, and I don't know which one. So I think that this is a move to like kind of say see you fucking later to.
I also
whoever it
think
is.
Darcy's not a number one anymore.
No.
At least the way that he played last year, he showed that he's not really number one.
I mean, it's a low-risk move for the Caps. Not bad.
Yeah, except
And
they
you get
take
rid of
on
that
that.
deal.
Yeah, they take on
PLD.
that hefty contract.
What is it?
Not good.
7 years and like $8 million or 7.5.
Yeah.
Did
Was
they
that
retain
the-
anything?
No.
No,
it was one.
it was literally
straight up,
one
that's
for
right.
one.
Was that the Blue Jackets that signed him to that deal?
No, it was
Kings.
the.
It was the
No,
Kings.
No,
it was a sign
was
and trade with Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
Mm.
So he signed 8 years with Winnipeg. And
They traded like
him.
the fucking house for him too. Like they
Dude,
got
that
rid
was
of
like
like
that trade turned. It was like
They got
I saw, it was like
Iafallo
they
was in that
traded
deal, wasn't
Velarde,
Velarde,
Iafallo, a first,
Yeah,
and I can't remember the one. Oh, and then PLD for Darcy Kemper.
yeah.
Yeah, and he was
Yikes.
playing like fourth line minutes last year
Right.
at one point.
I think they said something like McDavid had more points in the playoffs this year than PLD had the whole year.
Yes.
In his career.
Right.
Probably.
It's tough. Look.
He just like it almost seems like he like can't get his footing. Like he hated playing in Columbus, which I don't blame him. Then he gets moved to the Jets, where I want to say his dad was like an assistant,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Oh, this is definitely gonna help him. It's gonna jumpstart him." Fucking absolutely dud there. Then he goes to the Kings, another fucking dud. It's like how many teams?
Maybe he's the issue and it's not the team.
Well, he's trending towards like Alex Galchenyuk, where everybody was like, "Well, we'll just sign him to like a low cost deal and like hope that he can achieve what he like." He
Once was
I want to say
capable
they were
of.
both drafted third too. Like
I thought you were gonna say comparable to Line where he just
No.
moves around and hops around everywhere.
no, I think that's a different situation. I just think that he either needs to find his footing or he's not going to be in the league in like 2 years. Like somebody's going to cut him and
Well,
just
they're gonna
eat.
have to buy him out.
Yeah, they're just going to that'll be dead cap.
Just-
And then the last point, the Peds re-signed Ned for 2 years. I think that's a huge
W.
deal for us.
For 2.5 too.
Yeah, it was like dart.
Now everyone on
Twitter.
social media, Twitter, Instagram,
Thinks that Jari's gone.
thinks that Jari's gone. I don't think so because like Bluequist might like he'll play in preseason. Bluequist, well, I think he'll be like our goalie during the preseason, but I don't think it's his time. It's the same thing with baseball. Like you could have Peguero come up and ride the bench. What's that doing for him?
Nothing. Yeah.
So you'd rather have Bluequist in the AHL at least playing games. I mean, I don't know.
Also, with Jari's injury history, I think you keep a capable third.
Yeah,
in the
you
AHL.
ride him.
You ride three.
I think he played well enough last year to get the re-sign. Like especially late.
Oh yeah, 10 straight
Well,
games
yeah,
with
he
a
took
point.
over the starting job pretty much.
I really
I'll
like
be
him
surprised what they do if they don't move Jari. What if they go like a Boston, like 1A, 1B throughout the whole season, which is I think what they should do.
Yeah, I don't think Jari's capable of playing the like 70% of the games.
No, and I think that might have a little bit to do with his injury history too. If
Yeah.
you cut his workload down and go 1A, 1B,
He's not going to pull his groin every year.
Fair point.
too. Not wrong. Next, we have some rumors. The Canucks are looking
Rumors.
at Gensel. I'm not a big religious person, but I am praying that they do not get Gensel because there is a particular human being that until he goes back to George Mason, I will have to fucking hear this until he goes back. So I really hope it doesn't happen.
I kind of hope it does happen and that they pay him like 11.5, and then they have no money to.
Oh, he's not getting 11.5.
You think he'll?
8.5, 9 max.
I think he'll get at least 10.
He's 30. They're gonna give him 8
I think
years.
9's fair.
How
I
many
think
years?
he's gonna get
So-
7, I guess. guess.
Yeah.
But
The only way he's getting that massive money is if he goes to some team that's not competing.
yeah, he'll get
Fucking
8.5.
Utah.
He can go to like 8.5.
A hockey club.
I mean, I would like to see Vancouver would kind of crumble because I mean that's 8.5. JT's 8.5.
Well,
Yeah.
JT's
Pedersen's
coming home.
Pedersen's
Plus.
11.5.
Besser's up
They
there
just
too.
signed Veronic
Well,
to
Besser's
7.5.
that's the thing though. So like Besser's a UFA next year,
I
so that means you're gonna have to get rid of him if you take Gensel.
have always wanted the Penguins to get him.
Eh.
They
We
won't.
say it every year.
I know.
We're like,
I like him so much.
Put him on Sid's line.
What's crazy is that the Hurricanes are looking just for a mid-round pick for Jake.
No one will do it though. It already came out that he's not going to sign there. You know he's just going to wait till free agency.
Yeah.
I
Until he
think-
comes back to the Pens on a team-friendly deal.
yeah.
I don't think that's
Good
happening.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
don't
not
think that's
happening.
happening.
I don't blame him either, man. The kid's 30. Like, let him cash in. I'd do the same
Yeah,
thing.
now's the time.
I think he goes to Chicago.
Him and Bedard would be kind of.
It makes the most sense. They're going to give him 8 years or 7 years. They're going to give him the most money because they have the floor.
Mm-hmm.
His career is going to be extended by X amount of years because he's playing with Bedard.
Right.
I mean,
That'd be
he's
healthy.
he's a Midwest kid. Like I personally think it makes the most sense. And if they give, I bet you they give him, they would probably be the ones that give him 9.5.
Yeah, it's
That's the
just
right
it's
area.
just a
Like
matter
he's
of
going to make more money than Seth Jones at 9.5.
it's just a matter of if he wants to win
Or if he wants to get
or if he
back.
just wants to just.
He's got 2.
Yeah, I mean,
I do
he's,
think.
he's good. You get your money. It's your last payday.
Yeah.
I think Chicago's closer than.
Get the hell out of here.
I think that they're closer than people might think they are. They have the most money to spend in free agency, but
It's the same thing. You need like one player to go there, like
Yeah.
Jake, and then eventually the dominoes will fall and you'll start to build people up. No one wants to go play for fucking Chicago right now.
oh no,
not with especially the scandal. Everyone's like really staying away from there.
yeah,
They don't want to be a part of it, even though it's how many years after, right?
it's been at least 2, 3, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Penguins are looking to make deals, but they're looking for draft picks in return. It didn't say exactly who they're looking to deal. It just says that the return.
Hopefully it's Riley Smith.
I heard Riley Smith.
Yeah,
Yeah, ship him to the.
I
moon.
think him or Raquel are not on the roster at the opening night.
They both make right around 5, don't they?
Yes, they're both at 5. I think.
I think they're both right at 5. Raquel might make 5.
I thought Raquel
No,
was
he's
5
like
by 5.
5'2" or something like that, maybe, but he might be 5.
So one of them's over 5.
He's closer to 5 than not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't. I think one of them are gone. I just don't know which one. Marner's looking to play his last year of his contract out in Toronto, and then peace out after that.
I mean, they're just gonna lose in the first round anyway. It's what they do.
Fair.
A lot of people think he's gonna get moved at the deadline, depending on this. If they're really good, they'll keep him. If they're really shit or they're kind of like middle of the tier, they're gonna move him. He's another one getting paid a massive amount of money though.
Is he?
The whole Toronto team does.
They're top 5.
They're top, very very top heavy.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a stat is like 2 out of the top 8 contracts are Matthews and Nylander. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Tavares
they're
is up
wasting
there
a lot
too.
of-
Morris
Yeah.
makes 11.
Yeah, they're wasting
Yeah.
a
It's
lot
like
of money.
44 million between the top 4 forwards.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, no thanks.
Literally half of the cap.
Half the cap. Yeah.
Liney's camp is holding out for a trade. A lot of people have him linked to the Penguins.
I mean, but like to be fair, I swear everyone's linked to the Penguins these days.
You're not wrong.
Like there's like a lot of like just Penguin.
So what's he currently make?
8-7.
8-7. So if they did trade for him, we would have to get rid of Raquel or Smith to start,
Which I'm okay with.
which I'm totally okay
Totally
with.
okay with.
But I think I don't know if he would mesh well with Malkin because he's not gonna play on the top line. You'd put him on Crosby's line.
Yeah.
Like right now, the way that I've watched Malkin last year, I think you need to have 2 bunting type players with him to get the best out of him. Like I would love to see them if they keep Raquel to go. Raquel, line at Crosby, Rust, Bunting, and Malkin. I think that would make the most sense. Crosby can play with anyone; he can make anyone better.
Yeah,
I know
fair.
he likes playing with those type of players, just the way he plays. But if you put Rust and Bunting with Malkin, like just let Malkin stay back and shoot.
Yeah.
He'll put 35.
He did. Malkin did play a lot better once we did get Bunting.
Bunting made a huge.
I love
improvement on
fucking
it.
Michael
His
Bunting, too.
best year he played with Kudus and Neal.
Right.
It was the year Crosby was hurt. Like that type of player is what he needs.
I wouldn't be against it, but I would.
It ain't gonna happen, but
No, it's not going to happen. But to have someone who's capable of scoring 40 goals at any given time if he stays healthy,
Yep.
and only losing $3 million in cap if you trade one of them
you'd
just
make
for picks.
You'd find a way to
I mean, they would eat at least some of it.
Mhm.
Even it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Wishful thinking.
And moving into the finals, I'm gonna do the Oilers first. But before Game 3, or I guess through Game 3, their top 5 point scorers on a regular season failed to score a goal. So that's McDavid, Leon, Hyman, Bouchard, and Nugent Hopkins. And then Game 4, they came out and smacked the living shit out of Florida.
I was 1 game away. I called Game 3, Edmonton 6-1.
Yeah.
I was 1 game away and 2 goals off.
We were talking about Bobrovsky maybe winning the Conn Smythe, and I
They gave
remember.
up 6 goals.
Yeah, I was like,
They
unless
gave
he,
up 5.
I said, wait till he gets lit up for 6, and then he got lit up for 5 like the same day.
That didn't last very long.
Yeah, they came out and just smacked the shit out of him. And then Game 5, that was the Connor McDavid show finally arriving.
now
At
they're
least
back
in the
home.
final.
Now they're back home. Game
He
6,
has,
which is
yeah, they're playing Game 6 right now at home. He has 42 points in the playoffs, which is 10 more than anybody else.
He has
I-
8 in the last 2 games.
Yeah, it's
It's insane.
he's fucking insane.
5 behind Gretzky's record. So
If this goes to 7, he'll get it.
Yeah,
yeah, you only need 6. So, I mean,
right. So that's like one game for
granted,
him.
they score more than 1 goal. than they
7's
have now.
looking pretty good at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah, Florida has 2 shots in
Yeah,
the first
0
period.
scoring chances, 2 shots.
I mean,
Right.
They're fine. They're totally fine.
he's just. I remember I saw him skate for like the first time when he was like a rookie when they came here to play the Penguins. He's probably one of the smoothest, if not the smoothest, fucking skaters I've ever seen. The
Right
way
behind
that,
Tiggs, though. Tiggs is
yeah,
close.
right,
Yeah.
right behind Tiggs.
Effortless.
Exactly. But I think like the way that he accelerates, like if he's coming toward me, I'm shitting my pants. Like he's
Yeah, you shit your pants as he's walking around you.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean
He'll
he
wipe your ass for you, too.
yeah.
Just
He
wait
walked
by.
the whole that goal. I think it was game. I want to say it was game 5. He walked the whole fucking Florida team,
Mm-hmm.
just the whole team. So
Okay. We knew it was coming
Who
eventually.
who was the last player to win the Conn Smythe on a losing team?
it was a
Jaguar.
yeah.
3.
So
yeah.
if Florida wins tonight, I think you have to give it to McDavid.
I think you have to, unless Barkov somehow scores a hat trick to win them the
He has
game.
4 points this series. They just showed 4 points, 21 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
How do you give Barkov the Conn Smythe
You don't.
just because they won over someone who has
Gotta go
42
for
points?
McDavid. It's going.
Win or
Yeah.
lose, it's McDavid.
I think it has to.
That just has to suck. Like, here's your.
So it's actually
trophy.
it's
Here's your
actually-
participation trophy.
So this says it was Reggie Leach of the Flyers, not in
That was the last-
76.
The last non-goalie.
Yeah, no, it says the only skater to win the
Yeah, the
award
only
while
skater.
his team lost. Oh, you're saying goalie.
All the other goalies. There was like 4
Uh.
goalies total in like the 60s. And
So
then
the last
Jaguar
skater
and
though
Jaguar
is
was the
76.
third.
That's insane. 42 fucking points. That's more
I
than
think he's pretty good. He's all right.
Zach could probably stop him.
Yeah, I do have one save on Trav. It's kind of like the same.
Travis McDavid, they're the same people. It's all the same.
Florida, they were rolling games 1 through 3. Bob looked like the Conn Smythe winner. And then game 4, as we mentioned, they got absolutely shit canned. And then game 5, I think their main problem is they are struggling with their power play and their penalty kill. They're 1 for 16, and they have 2 shorties against. You ain't gonna win a lot of games when that's your fucking stat line.
When you gave up more shorthanded goals than you had power play goals, that's not a good thing.
Yeah. No.
Who was last game? Was that Ekblad that had like the goal line stop on the empty net, or who
No,
was those?
Kachuk. And then he
Oh.
he threw it to the corner, and
And
then
then OEL stopped.
yeah,
It
did you
goes-
see Ekman Larson?
goes
He's
right
just
to him.
fucking.
He just stopped.
He's out there just catching dandelions like fucking. I
And
did
then
see,
McDavid scored.
yeah, I did see afterwards. I think it was on Twitter. Somebody was like, "If that was my teammate, I'm fucking clotheslining him."
Yeah, they're not making it out of the arena that night.
Yeah, I mean, I think if this goes to 7, I think Edmonton has a very very good chance of winning that. Like,
I think if it goes 7, Edmonton wins. Honestly.
Hope your windows are up.
Was
Yeah.
it raining?
yeah,
Oh, okay. Good thing my windows are up.
It's basically just the equivalent of taking a bullet for somebody and then like them just not even shooting their gun back.
like he didn't even try. Like that was the thing. He was just like, fuck it.
Do you think it was across the goal line? Do you think that he thought it
No,
was across the
did-
goal line?
No,
Did
there's
OEL?
Like, as OEL, did he think it crossed the goal
I
line?
mean,
Do
you
think-
played to the whistle.
I mean,
I
You
don't.
don't just
It
give
wasn't. It was a lot closer to the goal line than it looked on TV because they had like the camera view of Kachuk diving, and like I saw that picture.
but that's a sick.
That's a
picture, by
sick
the way.
picture.
Sick picture.
Yeah, until you see Ekman Larson just fucking coast guarding his way to the goal line. Yeah, I mean, as far as the Cup final goes, I think everyone thought it was like. I mean, I definitely did. I was like, "Fuck, this is gonna be just like the NBA finals. It's fucking boring." It's not boring
Except
anymore.
you just have Connor McDavid.
Yeah, Connor McDavid said. I think when the first game happened, I thought, well, I must say I made the comment to you guys. I was like, Gary Bettman was probably like, "Please don't kill Connor yet," and then he fucking said, "Oh, don't worry, I got this."
I got
and
this, guys. Don't worry.
fucking took the whole thing over. So, it's kind of the finals, kind of the story of their season. They started the season 3-9-1, and then they powerhoused their way all the way through.
Remember
they
when we
went
thought they were
down.
going to lose to the Kings in the first round like they do usually every year?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then they shit pumped them too.
and shit pumped the Stars, who we thought was going to steamroll the Oilers, and then here we are.
Florida
Yeah.
was favorites tonight too. I'm almost positive they were favorites tonight, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, but for hockey, that's
Bless you.
bless you.
Thank you.
That's all I have for tonight. Until the next time.
Yeah, the next pod we'll have a Stanley Cup winner.
And we'll have
A
Conn
Conn Smythe
Smythe
winner.
So stay on the edge of your seat for that. Dill, you got anything football related? I don't know. I think you're switching it up.
I'm
this
sure
week.
there's some down there,
I think you're
but
switching it up.
I was
going to
cover basketball real quick.
Oh, I can't stop
Can you
sneezing.
stop? I'm trying
I'm
to talk.
trying.
What are you allergic to? Fucking hockey?
Probably me.
Dylan.
I just want to say that the Celtics 1-5, and that's all we care about, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good for them.
Trav can probably speak on this whenever I talk about it. How do you feel about Bryson winning U.S.
Oh, I
Open?
love it. I think that's really good for the game. I was a Bryson, I don't want to say a Bryson hater, but I didn't really like him to begin with.
I was the same way.
And I mean, I've watched some of his YouTube stuff, and it is cool. It's different. It's something that kind of makes you think a little bit, right? So, yeah, happy for him. It's good. I mean, hopefully that puts this live bullshit to rest, and we can figure it out. And
I hope so, because I'm tired of it being like divided and like it's just weird energy.
Speaking of live, so I don't know if who I talked to this with, but like if you're in live, you signed for that massive deal, you have a salary, correct?
Correct.
And then you
And
like,
your
you have-
and your tournament winnings.
And
Correct.
then what I think I read is like your tournament winnings have to hit a certain point before you get like paid again or something.
Oh, so it's like
It's-
commission, I guess.
Kinda,
Like,
yeah, something
Interesting.
like that.
So it's like if
Florida scored, hell yeah.
after Edmonton scored.
after Edmonton.
Barkov.
Barkov,
Uh-oh.
Conn Smythe, here we go.
I mean,
But-
that is the one thing you don't want them to do right away is score. Like,
Oh.
literally 30
if
seconds.
Barkov wins the Conn Smythe before we finish recording, you can have it.
We're gonna,
Yeah, I'm gonna
But-
get fucking
Oh, it's-
technicality like the fucking Black Sox again.
So my thing is if you're one of those players that like stayed true to your home and you didn't go to live,
yeah,
and now they do the remerger, all those guys are still making
pissed.
the bag,
Yes.
and you're playing with them.
Maybe. I mean, there's sure there might be like a restructure or something.
There has to be like some sort of incentive, I think at least.
Yeah, I don't really truly don't know how to live contracts are structured. I don't think it's really
I don't think
public
anyone
knowledge.
really does, yeah.
I think it's just like, hey, here's your money,
Yeah.
but they don't know how long it's paid for. They just sign.
They're like, come play with us.
Here's $300 million, but we're not sure when we're gonna
Right.
get the $300 million, right?
It's the Shohei Ohtani contract. They're like, it's
Yeah,
just back.
deferred.
It's backloaded.
Your grandkids will get this money.
But so Bryson won the U.S. Open. This dude couldn't hit a fairway on Sunday, and then he pulled the greatest bunker shot of all
Oh,
time.
my God.
From 55 yards.
That was disgusting.
And he said a few weeks ago that he's not scared of hitting over water. He's not scared of thinning the ball. He's scared of greenside bunker shots. And he sticks it within 4 feet to win.
I saw the percentage of like how it was like he had a 4% chance or something like
To
that
put it within like 10
to put it
feet
within
of
10 feet.
Yeah.
And he did.
So that was impressive. He was actually still at the course 2.5 hours.
I did see
after
that.
That's pretty
signing
cool.
autographs for kids. Also, why is your kid there at 11 o'clock at night? And they'll be like, go home. It's Sunday.
School's over. Who cares?
I don't
Summer
know. Time to go to bed there, Timmy. But
That's
I feel
close.
really bad for Rory. Rory has been grinding.
I was sick watching that.
Rory's been grinding to get back to a major tournament, and this was his, and he lost it.
He said, you know what? I'm going to get divorced, and I'm going to lose.
At one point, he birdied 4 or 5. It was like 9 through 13. He birdied 4 or 5, and then he bogeyed 3 to last 4, including missing 2 putts under 4 feet, which is tough.
That's not good.
At one point, he was 496 and 496 within 4 feet, and he missed the 2 biggest putts, probably his career,
Yeah.
honestly. So, but
And now he said he's like stepping away for a little bit, right? Did I read that?
It's a little British.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Stepping away meaning like it's like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
He's not really stepping away.
He's gonna go home and hang out for a little bit.
Yeah. He's like, oh,
Work on his
so,
putting for
sorry, honey, I really didn't
In
mean
the
to have
backyard.
this
Yeah,
difference.
go to his putting green in his backyard and work on those 4-footers.
It was kind of.
He's newly undivorced. Maybe he should spend some time with his wife.
It was kind of shady that he literally was off the golf course premise before Bryson even won, which is really bad. Like I understand like losing, but like you still gotta like social sportsmanship, right? But it is what it is. And then how about Neil Shipley, the Pittsburgh kid from Mount Lebanon, I believe. He was the low amateur, which means he was the best scoring amateur at the Masters and the U.S. Open. It was like first time he joined like Tiger Woods and Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, I think there was like 3 that did it.
Yeah, so I think he's in good shape.
He's kind of good.
He's not bad.
I mean, what did you think you would have scored at Pinehurst? Like 120 on the front 9?
Like 250.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean,
How old is he? Like 23?
yeah.
Yeah, I
he's
think
not-
23 or 24.
He's right around Bree's age.
Who's Bree?
My sister.
Oh,
We don't talk about her around
Dude.
here.
Right.
I do have NFL talk. We'll cover it briefly. Tomlin signed a 3-year extension. I know that's Greg
like
Jones' favorite head coach of all time, right?
Yeah.
I like it. I feel
Corey
like
absolutely loved it.
I feel like it's a fresh start with like kind of like the new quarterbacks, the new OC. I think 3 years is a good time, and if it doesn't work in 3 years, then you can him, right? But I think you give him a little bit of time after his Kenny Pickett era. And
Side note, can we just talk about how Patrick Queen is like the greatest Steeler of all time?
He's
after
so-
that tweet,
Yeah, Marlon Humphrey tweeted or he might have been like on a podcast or
On a
something,
pod.
and he said that like the grass isn't always green on the other side. And then Patrick Queen took a video of like him watering his grass.
drinking wine too.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's great.
So great. I'm really excited for this team. You know who's not excited to play is apparently Aaron Rodgers, who is
Hassan Reddick too.
skipping, he is skipping mandatory minicamp. Now,
Just the Jets being the Jets.
Right.
Robert Saleh, the head coach, has not spoken to him and says it's unexcused.
I'm not gonna lie. He seems like a bitch as a head
he
coach.
is. No, he definitely
Like his
is.
players are just doing
They do not
whatever the
wanna be
fuck
there.
They don't want to be there. But like Aaron Rodgers has been in the league for 20 years. Like it's minicamp. Like it's the
And
same
he's
shit
also
every
coming
year.
off of an Achilles. It's like,
Yeah, like
And it's
let
not
him,
like
let him do whatever he wants.
it's
Who
not like they
cares?
can control him. It's all he's Aaron
He was
Rodgers.
at that. I
like,
think he was at that health retreat that he went to, like when COVID. Yeah,
Yeah, Kobito.
yeah,
Health retreat.
Yeah.
right.
What was that? Is it talking about
Ayahuasca.
the blackout when he was like blacked out for like 4 days?
yeah,
and
in like a
didn't-
cave, like
yeah, right.
fighting his demons.
He's a leader, and I don't think that's someone that'd be like, hey Ben, you skipped your 16 or your mini camp. Like, where are you at? Like, I don't think anyone's worried.
Did
but
you
the
see
Jets are the Jets? So we'll see what
Hassan
happens.
Reddick put out that picture that he's in like
Yeah, cosplaying in
Cosplaying
Japan.
in
Japan.
Yes. Yeah, that's great. that team is in shambles. And Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, they're
needs
trying
out
to
of
say
there
the Jets
ASAP.
are going to make the playoffs this year.
I mean, wait till Aaron Rodgers tears the other Achilles.
yeah.
I might. There will be tears in my eyes.
They said don't let him run out with the American
Yeah,
flag.
they're actually gonna send him to London. He's gonna run out with the flag over there and see what happens.
The last thing I want to cover is, we just keep getting bigger and bigger contracts. T-Law signed 5 years, $275 million, $200 million guaranteed.
Did you see that he said that he took a team-friendly deal?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have Brad to do the math here, but what is that, like 48 mil? I don't know what a mil, but
It's a lot of million.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
He
I
said-
think it's
I
kid.
lived in Jacksonville. That 48 million will go a long way.
I think him and his kids and his kids' kids are going to be just fine.
It was like I think it was on Instagram today. He was like, they were like, oh yeah, he took a team-friendly deal because he wants the team to re-sign people. I'm like, team-friendly deal.
Team friendly, hey. And then today I saw earlier Matt Stafford wants his his contract restructured because everyone else is
Did
getting
you
paid.
see all the shit with him and
His wife?
His wife?
Yeah,
I mean, at least they weren't dating then. That's all.
she fucked the backup quarterback.
Did you see who it was?
Yes.
It was some random dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was bad.
he looked like he could have played over in like Brentwood. And
Yes. But you know
but
what?
that was frat Stafford time.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
How my question is Trevor Lawrence good?
so
And how good is he?
So
What's the
I saw a
definition of good?
comparison. Did you guys see the comparison to Bortles through this time, like in
We're
their
comparing baked poodles to
Like their
T-Law?
comparison,
Like-
like their what's
Oh, through
like
how
from
many
where
games?
they are? Yeah, it's almost exactly the same.
I mean, I believe it. Like he hasn't had he's an amazing career.
at the bare minimum, league average, with the potential to be elite. and they're taking a risk on that happening.
I think he's developed very nice. I think that they need to put more pieces around him,
And they just got rid of Calvin Ridley too.
which doesn't help. But like they do have Brian Thompson from LSU. He's a fucking unit.
Yeah,
Christian Kirk's pretty reliable.
he's okay.
They just got rid of Zay Jones. I like
We'll see.
ETN on the back end. I've always
Well,
liked
if
him.
he can stay healthy,
Right. That's
As
his
always.
problem.
I feel like that's
what they throw at the chuck in the box for?
probably instigating.
Probably punch somebody.
Yeah.
It was offsetting. So to answer your question, I don't know. I think it's like a to be
I
discussed.
put him in like the 11 to 14 range right now.
Yeah.
I would even say 11 to 15. I think you could argue.
Being like number quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree.
And I think that's a lot of
Yeah,
money.
one's
for the
Justin
11th to
Fields,
14th.
two's Russell Wilson.
Well,
Well, that's
they're-
because he's the only quarterback in that draft class
Three's
that's
getting
still on
paid.
his original team.
They're also
Like, I'm not
talking
that
about
crazy.
like changing the salary cap for quarterbacks, but it hasn't
having
gained
a
much
separate one.
traction.
He said having a separate
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know how
that's
that would
dumb.
be
A
A
structured.
separate salary cap for
Just for
quarterbacks?
one.
Yeah.
Salary cap
because
just for
the
quarterbacks.
markets get.
But like nobody apparently likes that
Well,
idea
it's
because
dumb, that's why.
then it's not fair. Like if you don't have an elite quarterback, like
Right.
it doesn't affect you.
Yeah.
My question is, if that's what Trevor Lawrence got, what's Dak Prescott getting next year?
Well, Dak Prescott's getting paid $55 million this year, so
Yeah, but what's he want next year?
team friendly. Remember?
Yeah.
Right.
Taking team friendly, which would be 53.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
That way they can bring Zeke back again.
that's crazy.
But that's all I got on the NFL. It's quiet, and golf has been fun.
It has been.
Yeah.
They
I
do.
that was the first time I watched 4 straight days of golf, and it was the best 4 days.
You
Watching
watch all
everyone.
4 days of the Masters?
No, because I think I had work in the office one day.
Yeah, just
so,
quit.
Yeah,
I hate that.
I should have.
Just get fired.
I'm not like you. I actually have morals.
Well, it's tough to get fired. So.
Shots fired.
He went there.
But, can you talk about this?
Trav, you into UFC at all?
Not really.
All right, neither of them, so you fit right in.
We're just gonna let him talk, and then we'll be fine.
Raul Rosas finally fought Ricky Teresios, and Rosas is a dog.
Chihuahuas?
And post-fight, they're in the ring. Bisping's talking to him, and he's just like, "Chihuahuas!" And they, of course, asked him what. Yeah, you kind of look like him if your nose was like fucking sideways. And yeah.
4 times the size.
And they asked him what Chihuahuas meant, and he's like, "It's just a saying that like me and my friend have. Like, there's like nothing to it." But I saw this picture. It was like from Dexter, and it's like I love your accent. Say it again. And it's a picture of him, and he's just like Chihuahuas. But yeah, that card was dog shit.
Just like the rest of them.
Yeah. So moving on to fight night. Actually, it's fight afternoon. This Saturday, they're over in Saudi Arabia. 3 p.m. main card start. I'm just going to cover the main card here. Give you my winners. Johnny Walker is fighting Volkan. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last
Come
name.
on, we gotta try one.
Ozdemir. That's pretty good.
I feel like I fits
really
in.
good.
That's pretty good. I got Johnny Walker. I'll never forget when Johnny Walker won and he saluted, and then he face planted and separated his shoulder post fight.
Did he pass out?
No, he literally just he
he just,
saluted to the crowd, and then he just did a face plant. I think he went to go try to do the worm, and then when he
Yeah,
fell, he just separated his
That's
shoulder.
good.
Yeah, tough
Fuck around
one.
and found out.
That'd be some shit I would do.
I am not even trying to pronounce his name. I'm just going to say his fighter nickname, the
The
Pirate.
Pirate.
I gotta look up the
Let's go
original.
Bucks.
The red-haired, one-eyed wonder from Russia, who is definitely on that I would not fuck with list. He's fighting Antonio Tricoli. Yeah, the Pittsburgh Pirates going to win. Let's hear it, Tig. Go ahead.
Oh, isn't Magomedov?
Well, yeah, the first name, bud.
Shara.
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 Same
Sheriff.
thing. Yeah, the sheriff.
The Pirate.
Kevin Gastelum fights Daniel Rodriguez. I got Daniel Rodriguez in that one. Sergey Pavlich fights Alexander Volkov. Alexander Volkov, I don't know how he's still fighting. I got Sergey in that one. And then Robert Whitaker is not fighting Chimaev anymore. He is fighting Ikram Aliskerov.
Hey, you got that one.
I did. Yeah, that was pretty good. Chimaev, rumors were he was violently sick. So he had to step out. Someone said it was food poisoning, but I'm just like, I was the biggest Chimaev guy when he first came to the UFC. He's the one who fought 3 times in 95 days. During
good.
COVID, he just kept stepping in.
That's right.
And his last fight we've talked about this before. I'm pretty sure he has a visa issue where he can't fight in the States.
Yeah.
So he fought Usman in October, and then I think the fight before that was like roughly a year out. So I had a conversation with my friends, with one of my buddies who's like real big into UFC. So if it is a true visa issue that he can't fight in the United States, he's only ruining his career.
Yeah, but is it his fault that he's having visa issues?
I have no idea. I don't know. That's just my speculation that it's probably visa issues because
Why would
he
issue?
only fights when it's overseas.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's say, for example, they fight overseas 2 times a year, right?
Yeah.
They just fought. Well, they're fighting this week in Saudi Arabia, and then they just fought in Abu Dhabi a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
So you're not fighting those like back to back
Yeah.
unless you take 0 damage and there's someone ready. So it's like if he's in the situation that if he can only fight when they're overseas, and if he fights like Whitaker in Saudi Arabia, and then the next time that they're overseas is in like February, his list of people that he can fight is so much shorter.
Yeah.
Because everybody has fights that are already booked. Everybody has people that are potential to line up, and I mean, he's still a dog, but I don't understand the whole
I don't know. Maybe one day it'll come
violently
out.
sick.
Especially like what's violently sick, like days, like weeks out, right? Like it wasn't
Yeah.
like he announced this today. He
I
announced
think it was last week.
it. Yeah.
Last
What's
week he
violently
announced.
sick?
I like I said, I read somewhere that it was probably food poisoning.
Yeah,
He was
it's
in the
24
hospital
hours, you're
for
okay.
hospital for days, but
You're okay. 24 hours, you're
Yeah.
back on your feet.
never had food poisoning before.
Neither have I. Knock on.
Tiggs definitely has.
Yeah, definitely don't eat Chipotle anymore.
Probably that steak.
That's why I don't eat Panda Express.
Ooh, yeah. I don't know how you get food poisoning
That's
from Panda
gross,
Express.
They're clean there.
Yeah. Trav, how do you feel about Panda Express?
Love Panda Express.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
You guys want to switch seats? The long-awaited, what I've been waiting for the last year and a half, UFC 303 is here, but without McGregor and Michael Chandler.
You keep waiting, Bucko.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'll be sitting here waiting. So they had the press conference that was called off 2 Mondays ago, and there wasn't anything that really came out of it. And now, as of today, McGregor posted a picture of his pinky toe, and it is in fact broke.
Put it back in.
So everyone was giving shit to both Chandler and McGregor, like fighters, on social media, right? Everyone's calling McGregor a bitch because it's a broken toe. Like, people during camp break their toes, they still fight, and then post-fight they come out and they're like, "Oh, I fought with a broken toe,"
Yeah.
right? People are giving Chandler shit because they're just like, "Buddy, you have to move on." It's like,
Yeah.
you've waited. His last fight was November 2022. That was his last fight.
Damn. Almost. It'll be
So
2 years.
So they had tough. They had the Ultimate Fighter last year, in May, June, July, or May and June, and then they were supposed to fight in August, I believe. And Chandler has just been waiting for that money fight, and I think he just has to give up on it because he's
getting old.
correct. He didn't come to the UFC at 20, came to the UFC in his 30s, and now he's just been sitting here on his couch for, which now will probably be 2 years. But I think that they're going to fight the Sphere, which would be epic.
When's the Sphere?
August or September.
Well,
one
we
of the
better
two.
announce that soon, or if they run out. Did they not announce that card yet?
I don't believe the whole card now.
Interesting.
But 303 was looking kind of shit prior, and then Jamal Hill, he had 2 opponents that like backed out due to injury, but it's kind of looking nice now. I think it post like the cancellation. I think UFC 303 is better, top to bottom.
I think because they canceled Connor, like, wow, we really have to fill this, or
Correct.
else no one's gonna watch it.
kind of like 301, where I didn't watch 301.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
Pantoja versus I think it was Steve Erseg.
no one really cared about that.
And I ain't give a fuck. I ain't buy it.
Yeah.
So couple fights to watch on the early prelims. Dana White Contender Series. Vinicius Oliveira, he's a dog. Watch out for him. I think he's like 20-3 professionally,
It's not bad.
and he's like 25.
It's
Yeah.
not
He's
bad.
insane.
Wait, he has 23 fights and he's 25.
It's something ridiculous like that. Yeah, he's the first fight on the early prelims, and then another Dana White Contender Series dog, Peyton Talbot, kicks off the night for the prelims. They should both be good fights. They both fought recently on. I think it was this past. Oliveira was this past season, and I think Talbot was last season. It's Oliveira's second fight, and I think Talbot's third. Some other fights on the prelims is Cub Swanson. He fights Andre Feely,
Nope.
and another Dana White Contender Series, Joe Pfeiffer. fights Marc-Andre Fleury.
Joe, what?
Pfeiffer.
It's Marc-Andre Fleury.
Sorry, Marc-Andre Barrial. However the fuck you say that. in French.
Barreau.
Yeah, Barreau. Main card here. Ian Gary kicks off night against MVP.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
He's gonna come out.
Montanius Porter. It's for the United States Championship, too.
Dude, I got MVP. He's
It's a falls count anywhere.
MVP is the mid-card.
He's
goat.
coming out the tent.
I still wish that this was Colby Covington, but I got Ian Gary in this one. Next fight I could give two shits about.
Yeah, usually how it goes.
I'm just going to skip that one.
Okay.
Why even put it on there then?
Yep. Nope.
Change his mind.
Anthony Smith versus, I've never heard of this guy. I'm being completely honest here. Roman. Dolly Doll.
Dolly Doll.
Dolly Doll. Daldy.
Doug Dibadome.
Doug Dibadome over the Dig Dome Dig Nail. And I got Anthony Smith. And Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez. That'll be a good fight. Both grapplers. I got Brian Ortega.
Is it?
And Ortega said that he wanted to, before he took this fight, because this was supposed to be Jamal Hill was the co-main, and he wanted to move up to 155. And he said today, win or lose, he's moving up to 155. Ortega is so.
W.
And then the last fight here, Alex Pereira versus Yuri. I'm not going to say my winner because that's my hot take, but that'll be a banger.
Hopefully a good one.
That'll be a banger.
Let's go Yuri.
That'll be a banger. I can't wait for that. And then I just got a quick update on the Ultimate Fighter from week 3. English fighter Nathan Fletcher. He actually trains at the same gym that Patty and Molly McCann are from.
Okay. Meatball.
Yeah, he got his shit kicked in by Con Olfi.
Definitely not trained by them. So
imagine getting your shit kicked in by a name named Con Olfi.
So what they did on the Ultimate Fighter this year was actually pretty cool. They have representatives from each country. So each fighter is from a different country,
yeah,
which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Rather than just like everyone being from the United States or like Brazil. Like there's guys obviously from Brazil. There's United States, Russia. Like, but they're everywhere. Which I thought was cool, different. But yeah, I kind of wanted him to win. But yeah, he lost. So once you lose in the Ultimate Fighter, you're in the house the rest of the show. Like you don't go home. So you just got your like I just beat the fuck out of Tiggs,
You got
and then I got to go home and sleep next to him. And then after week 2, I forget the names, but the dude lost. It was actually a sick counter elbow. So the dude reached with a right, and instead of like counter punching, he threw a counter elbow, and he knocked him out. Yeah. And then the dude came back to the house and was like, "I'll fucking kill you." He's like, because it was like a 20-second knockout. He's like, "I'll fucking kill you," and everyone's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" Like, easy. And they got like booze in the house and everything. And I'm just like, once you lose, like you're just getting fucked up every night. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, you're probably still training like on your own.
Yeah, they're
or whatever.
training. Yeah.
It's not like you're just like there to have fucking party.
just like a frat house.
Yeah, it's not like Big Brother.
If you want to talk about a frat house, you go back the old Ultimate Fighters when like the Diaz brothers were in it. That shit was insane. They used to have people there that like didn't even care to fight. Like they just went and just drank and just swam all day. Like they were in the hot tub and they just drank literally the whole time. It was great. But yeah, that's all I have. Short and sweet.
Okay, hot takes.
Hot
I
takes.
know you don't got to scroll up. I'm looking at the same thing you are.
I wasn't there yet.
Tiggs just doesn't give a fuck about UFC. He was still on golf.
He was looking for his pictures.
All right, we're gonna move on to Corey. What do you got for our game this week?
That's fucked up.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Too soon.
yeah, that's way too soon.
I heard Corey was gonna FaceTime us and we were gonna play Hangman.
What are we in 3rd grade?
Yeah, that's all Corey had at the hospital was paper and pencil.
You couldn't come up with a better game besides Hangman with a paper and pencil.
Tic tac toe.
We want to
Yeah,
play
like
fucking Sudoku.
I mean, you could probably do that too. That's a group effort.
Zach's gonna make him a crossword puzzle.
Yeah.
It's my bedtime.
So, as you guys are probably well aware, Willie Mays passed away at the age of 93.
Yeah, here's
One
what
of the goats.
here's what I have to say about that.
I have to say something too.
Last night when we were at Vernon, we have a player that's
That was Tuesday night.
no.
Yeah, it was Tuesday night because that's when he died. Was Tuesday, and we told.
Oh
Jackson.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
you're
then it
right.
was Tuesday.
oh,
Sorry.
here we go.
He's
Versus
18. We were like, oh,
He's
Willie.
actually 17.
well,
No, he's 18.
he's
now.
18.
Oh,
Oh,
happy
did
birthday,
you-
Jackson.
Nice. Happy birthday, Jackson.
So we told him, we were like, Willie Mays died. He looked us all dead in the face. He goes, who's that? I feel like that's like a.
I also don't know if he likes baseball or not.
That's
so.
fair. I guess that is fair. When shit like that happens, I feel old.
I mean, we're getting old, except for Actually, Trav's the oldest. No, I'm not the oldest.
Speaking of Jax, remember on Tuesday when he bodied that fucking loser with that he almost fought, and someone on the bench goes, "You just got bodied by an 18-year-old."
Yeah.
I'm like, thank God you didn't say high schooler because I'm pretty sure he's only in 11th grade.
Yeah, that was bad.
We're not gonna. Okay.
But,
Anyways,
all right,
Yeah,
anyways,
I
go ahead.
mean,
rest in peace, Willie Mays.
Wait, I got to say something too about Willie Mays. Did you guys the Negro League
I watched some of it.
last night?
Yeah.
Willie Mays said earlier this week that he would not travel to that due to health concerns, and then the dude died like 2 days later.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
How about the fact too that they, for the first time, like decided to remove his plaque from the Hall of Fame, and then he's just like, "No, I'm dying now."
He said, "You take us out, I'm fucking leaving."
The Giants are wearing like an honorary. Was he number 45?
I can't remember.
What number he was.
That
He's
sounds-
what?
I don't know.
that
Kutch was just wearing his jersey earlier. Take out like an autograph
Look it
Willie
up.
Mays jersey he was wearing.
But
Pretty sweet.
I think the Giants are wearing like a little logo or something on their jersey,
Imagine.
kind of like the maybe you talk about it later.
Every single one, not a picture.
Why don't you just type in Willie Mays' jersey number, dumbass?
Well, because I thought I would have found it in the first fucking 3 pictures. 24.
That was close. 45, 24, flip flop -1.
Yeah, pretty close.
You better than your guess.
I didn't guess.
Exactly.
That's true.
Continue now.
Because I didn't know.
I'm done.
Anyways, moving on from there, we going back to last year, we have another quest for 400 here with none other than Mr. Hit the Quan.
Jesus.
You gonna hit the Guantigs?
I'm not gonna
Get down low and swing your arms.
Dylan will.
Get down those
I can't. My knees
Isn't
don't
that
look
the
like
word?
that anymore.
Yeah, so I believe he's hitting like
Dylan definitely used to hit the Quan at
398
every,
or
like,
something
prom
right
in high
now.
school.
Oh, high school, middle school dance. What do you mean?
Dylan's like, come on, Dylan, give us one.
I can't.
Come on.
I can't. I'm
I didn't know you're
out
out of shoulder
I'm out
separation.
of my prime.
Right, never were in your prime.
As we know, or as we may not know, the last person to hit 400, I think, was like Ted Williams or something like that. Obviously, Arias was close last year. He finished out at like 381 or something
gonna
like
say, he
that.
was
What's
up
your
there.
average in softball league? You close to 400?
I don't know. Honestly.
He just hits nukes.
Not tonight.
Yeah, Kwan's hitting like 398 right now. He's technically not even average eligible yet because he missed some time this year, but
He's batting over 400 since he came back from the IL.
yeah.
It's like 408 or something ridiculous like that.
He's probably juicing.
Clearly
Right.
not. I think juicing makes you eyes better.
He's got some
He's
rare
always
shit.
been super consistent. Like, he's always been the consistent bat for the Guardians.
Just gonna ignore Jose Ramirez, I guess.
No, him too. But I think everybody, like, when you think of, like, the Guardians, you think of Jose. You don't think of Quan.
Yeah,
I just think that...
he's just there hitting 400.
Right.
Average.
That's
No
also a
big deal.
small market team, so, like, they don't really get a lot of screen time.
Yeah. And as we can see,
I can't see.
reference picture.
Dylan, you might have
Um,
to put this on the screen.
Definitely.
The MLB
Me?
released
Ask
the
Steve.
All-Star
He had to take his glasses
hats
off just to
for
see.
Texas. I like them. I think they're sweet.
I
The
like
retro
the
look.
I like the Texas one.
How are they gonna fit in with the jerseys though?
Well, we don't have those yet, so we'll have to see.
I mean, it
You know
could
what the blue-
look real ugly.
You know
real
what the
quick.
blue ones remind me of? Like the G.I. Joe logo.
They
the-
do, with the star.
With the stars going across.
You see him, Trev?
Oh yeah, I see.
Just want to
Yeah,
make
gotta-
him feel included.
Yeah.
Wear the damn jerseys. They're too busy. Just wear them. Wear their jerseys like the old days.
Yeah, where you had the
I-
jerseys for All Star like
No, it
festivities,
was-
then the actual game you wore.
You
wore
wore
your-
your away, either your away or your home
Yeah.
jersey.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Those were cool.
I think those were sick.
And wear like All Star. Oh, did they wear hats or they wear their regular hats?
I think they wore
just
the
No.
All-Star
All-Star
hats.
version of their-
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it wasn't like loud. It was literally just like it would be like us wearing it and it would just say
It
like
had like a
all-
patch. It wasn't
Yeah.
like
Oh, okay, that's
color
right.
or anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, none of this bullshit.
No.
Yeah, it was cool, I guess, having them all in their own
It's just what the
uniforms.
that's just what Major League Baseball owners need is more money.
Different jersey. You know, they don't
Well, I
have
mean,
enough
that's-
jerseys yet.
I think that's why they because even the NHL used to just do the home and away jersey shit too.
Yeah, everyone loved it, and they said, "No, we're not doing this anymore. We're
And
gonna
the
make
N-
bubble letters on our
like,
jerseys this
The
year."
NHL ones used to be cool. The ones like in recent years fucking blow.
They haven't
Yeah.
had good ones in a long time.
Speaking of jerseys, did you guys see how soaked Hunter Green's jersey was on Wednesday?
Yes.
It
Real
was
bad.
dark gray. Dark.
Well, I mean, he shouldn't have worn long sleeves, and it was 90 Sorry,
I never
106.
understood that. They
Freddie
all wear-
Freeman wears long sleeves.
Yeah, so does like half the Pirates.
So Freddie Freeman wears long sleeves because I want to say it's his mom who.
She makes him like wear them.
No, she had like skin cancer and
Oh,
like passed away.
I
or
did see
something.
that. Yeah.
And so he wears long sleeves to like protect himself. Like I know that's why he wears long sleeves, which like that makes sense to me. I don't know if other players also wear.
And he's
it for
also
that
a
reason.
pasty man.
How
so-
hot is it getting in the DR? Like hot?
The Dominican?
Hotter than here, right? Hotter
It's
than
probably
here.
similar to
maybe-
like Miami.
Maybe they're cold, and that's why all the DR players wear long sleeves.
Good possibility, or it's to protect them from the sun. Like a lot of golfers, like they don't wear long sleeves; they wear like the half sleeves.
Yeah.
to protect them from the sun.
You know what I wore on Wednesday? Fucking almost tarps were off.
surprised they weren't. That's gonna be us tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Give me a
Moving on
fucking
to-
whole can of Zins for tomorrow.
Yo, Buccos. Who else better to start with than our
Rowdy
ace?
Telez? Oh, sorry.
Our ace, Mitch Keller.
Right.
Trev, you
Not
big into the
Corey's
Pirates?
ace.
Big into the Pirates?
Yeah, I watch them. Obviously, Skeen's effect has been interesting, but
The Livy Dunn effect.
I
is-
just I just am so sick of them that I just don't get my hopes up. I'll watch them on TV, but that's about it.
That's fair.
But yeah, since Skeens got called up at the start of May, Keller's 6-1 with a 1.54 ERA, but I feel like he's getting no attention.
Well, no,
I
because
would
everyone's
disagree
focused
with
on
you.
the other two.
I feel like it's getting talked about all over. Like every tweet I see is now it's just not Mitch, but it's like the
Yeah,
three
but
of
that's
them.
also Pirates Twitter. Like I saw an article come out yesterday. It was like the MLB's power rankings for best pitchers, and he wasn't even like an honorable mention.
Speaking of Keller, I know we talked about this. That loser, Natty Sports,
Yeah.
Reds fan, he basically pulled up Keller's stats all time against the Reds, and they weren't good. But his last 7 starts, whatever like that, Keller's like 5 and
Not even last 7 starts, the last 2 years.
yeah. And the dude Keller had like almost like a 5 ERA in his career against the Reds, but that's all front loaded of his career.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sam's brother just took a picture of him and then just tweeted it and was like, "Look at this fat loser."
I'll never like to this day understand why there's like a need for that. Like just I'm very much like stay in my lane. Like if you say some dumb shit, then good for you. But like I could care less.
You also don't throw hands.
Well, there's no reason.
Yeah, there's
the
no,
Natty Sports guys just
there's
lose.
no
so
reason to
here's-
get upset at
Here's
people.
here's why Dylan doesn't get upset. If someone in hockey were ever to tell Dylan anything, you got the fucking Bash brothers over here that are gonna come beat some ass.
I thought about that. I was like, if that kid said something to me, I'd be like, say one more thing, and I'm gonna have 9 players beat your ass right now. Like 100%.
Tiggs, would you fight someone for Dylan?
100% he
I'd
would.
fight somebody for doing
That's your fucking chairmate. You better.
I think
I'd
I think
kill a
everyone
bitch.
on the Eagles would literally.
Except for
fight.
Josh.
No, I feel like Josh would.
He'd
still
have to
get
hit
in
a
there.
smelling salts.
Yeah.
He's like, hold on, guys.
He's like, wait, hold on. You smelled them, didn't you? His salts.
Oh my god, those things are insane.
Like Josh does his like pregame ritual, right? Like he'll go smell like salts, and when he starts the game, he skates like backwards around my net twice counterclockwise. And after that game, he got the new salts. He's like behind me. He's like, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He goes, dude, these new salts. He goes, you want some? I was like, no, I
Those
don't.
are
No,
I've
I
just
got
seen
a,
you.
I got a big whiff of those things, and I swear to God, I thought I saw God.
How bad my allergies are? My fucking shit's gonna be draining.
Yeah, they were pretty strong. Those new ones hit different.
But moving on from there, I think that Skeens and Holderman should be on the All-Star team.
I think
Holder
Holderman-
him.
Holder him.
Holder
I think
him.
Holderman for sure.
He doesn't get like I tweeted this. He doesn't get talked enough about across the league.
No.
He came back when he was like real sick in spring training. Remember, he lost like 20 pounds. He was in the hospital during spring training, and then he didn't start the year. He started at AAA for a rehab assignment. But when he first came up, he had like one bad outing,
And I'm pretty sure that's like his.
and he's now
runs.
he hasn't given up a run in like 8 something like that. I think eight games, 8 innings, whatever appearances. And he's at a .7. I don't know if he pitched tonight or not, but I don't know what the score is
0.7.
either. But
no,
he's at a .7.
they were losing. So
10-3 final.
That's
they
good.
didn't pitch.
Yeah. But a .7 ERA in like 27 innings is pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Daniel Vogelbach, how you doing?
Thank you. He's sitting on his couch right now.
Yeah, he is.
And then how about Reynolds? Just literally a Hall of Famer in June. I have his June stats in his career.
He has. Oh, sorry, I'll get after you.
He has a batting average of 343 with 20 home runs, 66 RBIs, and 64 runs scored in 110 games in the month of June.
Yeah.
He has the since 2010 or 2011, he has like this. As this was as of last week, he has like the 6th highest OPS amongst all players.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And Ohtani was at like 700, and the next closest was like 598, somewhere around there. But yeah, it was like, I mean, they did reach because they said top 6, but I mean, it's still crazy to think about in comparison to like all the All-Stars across the league.
Well, yeah, and if he didn't get off to such a slow start this year, he'd be probably up there with the league lead.
Speaking of slow starts, Kutch was batting 198 in the month of June or month of May, and now he's at like 240 something like that.
Because the Furries are coming.
The Furries
He's
are
excited.
coming.
When is the Furries?
I think
The end of this month, or
July
beginning of next
5th or
month.
something like that.
Oh boy, it's about to get real rowdy on 4th of July down there.
Hey, they are home 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I'm off all 3 days. Might have to go on a little 3-day bender at PNC Park.
Make sure you show up in your fursuit.
It's not in July.
What?
This
wait,
shit better be
hold
air
on.
conditioned.
You could just like wear the gloves and the mask.
So
Right.
Just wear the
No
tail.
shirt.
Just the
No
tail.
shirt, no pants.
Right.
Just the tail.
There was a time when we.
you gotta
do you
score
remember
there.
when we went to PNC to see Benintendi play?
I thought you were going
Wait.
to say you went to the furry convention. I was going to get real worried.
No,
for a
I-
second.
I would have put it past him.
No,
I went in an
attention.
Andrew Benintendi jersey. that I
Tiggs,
got-
that's your
I got-
fucking dude.
I got
No, this was the funniest shit ever.
MLB for like $9 was a Red Sox one. He was supposed to play. He was playing for Kansas City, and he just didn't play the whole game.
We're
Just
sitting.
there
We're sitting in right field.
right by where he would have been.
Him and Vinny are like, yeah, we got these sick Benintendi shirts. Didn't fucking touch the field.
Did not even an at bat.
Hate to see it. He probably played the next night too.
Oh yeah, he had like 3 hits.
Had a diving catch in right field.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I want to say, was that the game that it ended up raining and you ended up leaving early? We were with Nate. That was when Nate was still with us, and it poured down rain. We stayed for like the rain delay because Vinny was like, "I fucking paid, like I'm not leaving." And I was like, "I don't got anywhere to go." We sat back down, and there was like a group of like little kids that sat in front of us, and they turned around and asked us like what we did, and Nate looked them dead in the face and said that he was a defensive end for Penn State football, and then the kid goes, "Are you gonna get drafted?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm projected as a 1st-round pick." This kid goes, "Can you sign my baseball?" Fucking
Tell me he signed it.
we told him our names were Tyler, Seth, and Cam. And Nate signed his ball in green Sharpie in manuscript, like printed CAM. That was it.
kind of like Cannon Smith. His is CSN.
Yeah, he wrote CAM, and the kid looked at him. He goes, "Don't you sign last names?" And he goes, "I don't sign last names for strangers."
That kid probably went back to his parents. He's like, "Mom, Dad, look what I got."
Some random guy, not even
Some
named
guy
Cam.
from Penn State who's going to get
Yeah.
drafted.
He was like, the one kid was like, "I'm a big Ohio State fan."
He didn't get drafted, in case you.
And
No.
yeah,
I didn't think
he
he did.
goes. The one kid's like, "I'm a real big Ohio State fan," and Nate goes, "Yeah, we shit on him." I'm pretty sure that was the year like OSU just shit pumped fucking.
That's funny.
But speaking of June performances,
I know what you were going to say.
let's get rowdy.
They're going to talk about the weather.
No,
Damn.
I mean 95
done.
every day.
It's not that bad.
But yeah, Rowdy Tellez, at least as of the other day, hitting what was it? Where's he at?
Oh,
447 in June.
June.
In June.
Yeah, remember when Zach said he was gonna get kicked off?
He
the team?
was until he decided to play his best ever in fucking.
He went back to Toronto.
Toronto.
And he's like, hold on, guys. He's like, hold on, I got this.
But I really was hoping that they would have benched him the other day when he pimped that ball that hit off the top of the wall and then he almost got thrown out at second. That was that's literally the perfect opportunity. Well, to be fair, like they could have put Sawinski to pinch run and then moved Connor Joe to first, like a whole like 3-man switch. But that would have been the perfect opportunity to bench him without anyone knowing they were benching him because it was tied
yeah.
and he had a double. You could have played it off that like, oh, we needed speed on second.
Because it was.
I would have 100% benched him after fucking pimping a home run, hit off the top of the wall.
I
and
don't
almost
think
got thrown out at
MLB does that anymore, which is sad. But like, if you don't hustle, then get your ass on the bench. Sorry,
Yeah.
but you know what? I mean, I'm surprised he actually made it past first base. Actually, should have been thrown out. It was
Should've
just a
been.
bad throw.
Yeah.
But
Should have been, but he wouldn't. So
here we are.
Yeah, he was
second. Turn on the Jets.
second behind Stephen Kwan, who was hitting 489 in June.
Yeah.
That's
I'd rather have Rowdy, to be honest.
yeah, 100%.
right.
And then finally, it's a little early, but this is going to be the main topic of next pod. But
Oh, Jesus.
we were doing this the other day in our group chat with Sam. I just wanted us to do a little team effort of ranking your Pirates trade targets. We'll do like top 5 as a group effort.
Oh, I'm saying Josh Bell for sure.
He wasn't even on our top 5.
He's on mine.
Luis Robert, number 1.
I think we're gonna have to trade the farm for him, and I just don't think that that's happening.
Like I said, they want like Juan Soto package type.
And Bob Nutting did come out publicly and say today that they want to make early moves and they want
You have to. The reason
offense.
you have to make early moves is because if you wait, everybody's going to overpay what the Pirates are going to offer.
We got
like-
that Sheets money now.
We do.
That was good, yeah.
Maybe they can make to order a fucking first baseman. So
Sheets
MTO.
is going to be paying for Paul Skeen's mega contract.
I'm fine with that.
it's gonna be like saving Sakic, except it's
So-
saving Skeens.
So I scrolled back in our chat. I'll give you my ranks 1 through 5 in order of who I'd most want the Pirates that we've talked about in our group chat. Vlad, number 1. Mason Miller, Brent Rooker, Jazz, Robert, honorable mention, Starling Marte.
I wouldn't mind bringing Marte back.
You want me to send you yours?
Yeah,
or?
I don't feel like.
We'll just
fine,
read
it.
Tiggs.
So
Just read it.
Tiggs's was 1 Robert, Mason Miller, Brent Rooker, Vlad, and Jazz. I think that Vlad is doable.
I think so because he's not shooting anything.
I'll literally be there every home game.
But
You
I
buy
feel like they're
season
not
tickets.
going to anymore now that
That
Rowdy's
ballpark
like
basketball,
actually
yeah.
performing.
Correct.
Like it's not center field far outweighs first base
100%.
now.
And starting pitching. We need another starter.
Do we?
I don't
because
think
all of
we
ours keep
do.
being injured.
I think
I
Gonzalez
was
is-
totally joking
Yeah,
about
just
that.
being an ass. We think we have like 12.
But Mason Miller definitely because
don't
I mean
understand.
he's like
I mean, where are you gonna
24 years old, throws 106 miles per hour. That's,
Where's he from? Where do you go to high school?
Mm.
Bethel Park.
Bethel.
Can you imagine that Bethel, Mars, 1, 2, 8th, and 9th?
Yeah,
You'd
who's
have-
throwing
you'd
the
have-
8th? Bednar.
Probably.
Holderman's the 7th. Get rid of Chapman.
I mean, my God, Ed, you have Holderman, Miller, Bednar. Good luck.
And Chapman.
Yeah, if you have Skeens or any starting pitcher go 6.
Yeah,
Thanks.
forget. Oh,
Right.
I just don't think we trade for Mason Miller in any world.
If they do, it'll be a package with Rooker, and we'll have to Peguero. I think Peguero's gone at the deadline.
I think Peguero's
fair.
gone regardless. Yeah, just with Gonzalez performing, you just don't really have a need for him
right.
because you have Triolo as like the utility guy.
Yeah, ship him off too. By the way,
They're not going to. It's
I know.
too valuable, at least defensively.
Yeah, it's his one
'Cause he could play
has a back
anywhere.
spasm every night.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, that was all I had.
Go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
Bucks and pucks.
Not tonight, but go Bucks.
No.
Win the rest of the series.
Bucks, but no
All right.
pucks.
Before we wrap it up here, it's going to the third period of Game 6, and there's a whole ass fucking line brawl.
There's a man being mounted as we
I
speak.
think that's
What?
Hyman.
Edmonton just scored to go up 3-0. That place is probably fucking rocking right now.
Yeah, it's got to be electric there.
He hit 23 miles an hour on that breakaway.
Tiggs could do that.
Yeah, maybe 2.3.
You know why-
I could
you
do
know
a
why
little
Bob didn't say
forehand,
that?
backhand, forehand.
Trav, did you watch like TNT's broadcast at all? About maybe 2 months ago, Lundqvist was talking about Bob and why he drops his stick when he makes.
It's the new way the goalies do it. I don't like it.
Lundqvist said that for the amount of time that like it takes you to drop your stick and like get over, it makes up for the fact of how like quickly because their sticks aren't heavy, but but Bob is the only one that like does it frequently enough that he still makes like those cross crease blockers, which is insane. But yeah, looks like it's gonna go 7, boys, and I got Edmonton at 7 now.
Side note: they have Levy and Messier. They had Levy as the host. Messier is the
if you didn't say anything, I was
six-time Stanley Cup champion.
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 PK. They're like reached the Stanley Cup Finals in 2017.
Yep.
It's like how sad is
They
that?
were reaching. They were
And
reaching.
then
for
ran into
something.
Daddy.
Got his
Crosby.
head driven into
Right.
the ice.
Yeah,
right.
He got his head
2017.
bounced like a basketball.
Yeah, kind of like a kid at Vernon.
That was a funny stat.
All right.
So, Trev, we always end our podcast with hot takes.
Sure.
So, something that you think that'll happen in the sports world, any sport, within the next like 2.5 weeks.
The Penguins will hire Guy Boucher as their power play / assistant coach.
Write it down. Steve.
I called David Quinn a month before. I'm probably going to get this one right, too.
He did tell me that this morning. He said, I'm coming with all the hot takes.
I hope you guys want to know that way.
I mean, it makes sense.
Better
They-
to-
it's Dubas's boy. They fired him. They just said today they're probably going to hire another assistant. Power play was pretty solid in Toronto last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Makes
pretty
sense.
ass here.
It makes sense.
What? We didn't have one.
Right.
Didn't
Non-existent.
exist.
Right.
Yeah. But
Until Bunting came and then it
he'll-
kind of worked.
Hopefully, Trev has more hot takes right than Brad does.
Yeah. Shout out Brad for
Shout
being
out Brad for
0-1.
being
Yeah.
0-1.
Big math guy.
Yeah, let's see if I got you.
All right, the Jimmy.
I know absolutely nothing about
Here
soccer,
we go.
but the guy that I share an office with, his name's Cole. Shout out Cole.
Shameless plug.
He's been educating me a lot on soccer, so I'm
I
saying
just
that
saw that spit trail.
Drank the wrong beer.
I'm saying that USA makes the quarters of the Copa.
When's Copa start?
And
When's
what
it-
is Copa?
Cornucopia?
No, I don't know what exactly it is.
We don't know what it stands for, but
because
it's
like
Copa
the
America.
World Cup's in the
No,
US.
it's no. It's the
Well, in
it's
whatever
the
it
North
is.
America.
Copa America.
Yeah, in
Um,
2026.
It
It's
started
coming up.
today, so today's like the group stage. The quarters start before our next, or like before our
They
next
make
pod.
the quarters.
I was gonna say
Got to be specific. Is Copa men's or women's?
men's.
Men's. Okay, just trying to make
Um,
sure. You said USA.
I was going to do that they would make the semis so they would win their quarter game, but the semis are like if I mapped out the podcast, it'd be like right around, and I'm not losing on a
I'm
technicality.
about to say, good thing you're mapping out this one because you didn't map out the other one.
Well, I did map it out; it just didn't work out.
Yeah. Big.
Yeah, I don't think Barkov's going to work out for you here.
Yeah.
Yep. So you guys can just go fuck yourselves.
My hot take is that Alex Burrow is going to lose.
Love
at
it.
303.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, Dill, it's your turn.
Dill?
I'm going to say the Pirates go on a 5+ game win streak. 5
Starting
or more.
tomorrow.
It does. It has to start tomorrow. Like,
No,
well,
technically doesn't have to start tomorrow.
Well,
they
they
just have to
lost.
win.
Any time
No,
in that
but
time frame.
Is
if
it
they-
any time, or do they have to win like their next 5?
no, at
No,
any
it's
time in the
anytime.
No,
next
then
2
yeah,
weeks.
they could lose the next. They could lose the next.
They
one.
lose the next 5
Can't
and
wait
win.
until
them.
they're on a 4 and we're starting the next one.
Yeah.
And we're watching the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you to get fucked.
Another technicality.
So Corey's Make-A-Wish hot take was that Skeens was going to have 10+ strikeouts in his tomorrow.
Why is everyone? I mean, are we done picking like Skeen's 10+ strikeouts? Like,
No.
it's literally the same one he had last time.
And the one that he had, he
Yeah.
had one that was like 8+ or whatever.
I said he was
before.
gonna get set.
So then I
said he
went
was
up
gonna
them
get
and said
Yeah, can we
10.
stop? I'm drawing a line. It's the last Skeen's. hot
So
take.
the only time that he ever went over 10 is when I said that he would go over 8, and
He
he blew through 11 in like the
Yeah.
first 4 innings.
For the first 5 innings, yeah.
Who pitches tomorrow?
It's
Jones.
Jones.
Jones
and
Skeens is Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might get to wear my Jones jersey tomorrow.
Well, yeah, not wearing that.
I am.
I'm not. Tarp's off.
You're about to be wearing a plain white
No,
fucking
no,
t-shirt.
no shirt underneath.
Side
straight
note
jersey.
on Corey's Make-A-Wish, when we went to go see him for the first time in the hospital, we walk in, I was like, yeah, sorry, we tried to get John Cena, but he was busy.
and then I said, I don't think it'd be the right time, but do you want to zen right now?
Oh, yeah,
We
that's
were-
a good
We were
idea.
driving on Tuesday, and I said, so does he get a Make-A-Wish now?
I mean, we can.
Yeah, his Make-A-Wish happened today.
Yeah.
He had. I mean, I'm not gonna say how much money because I didn't tell Corey how much money I spent, but yeah, his Make-A-Wish was today.
He did good.
He did good. Yeah.
He did good.
All right, Tiggs, wrap it up here.
I got that the Pirates are going to acquire a bat before the next pod.
Like a bat, like a physical bat, or like a bird bat. Like what's
okay,
a bat?
Go
so
home.
we're specifying
Go,
this.
Go to fuck home.
We're specifying that, like, not like
An
they
MLB
obviously
caliber
pick up
bat.
somebody off waivers. Like, they're going to trade for a bat.
An MLB caliber bat.
Yes.
Okay. A position player.
Yeah,
A
not
bat. Not like just
Not
a
a
piece
bump.
of 2x4.
No.
Okay.
But-
All right, that was dumb.
All right.
Let the fucking let us out. Jeez, Dylan.
There is none.
Yeah.
I have.
I'm going to rip
Must
his
have the
sunglasses
shortest hair
off
here.
next.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I
They're going to know what Dylan looks like.
Yeah, his cover's blown.
This is all
Guys.
LeBron James. No, that was Josh for a second. Yeah, that's all we got. Draft, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. It was fun.
Thanks for giving
Thanks,
your inside source on the Penguins here.
I hope. I hope I'm right.
yeah.
Yeah, that wraps up episode 32.
32.
Wow.
3-2.
I didn't think we were making it past 5.
Here we go. Every time Jim past 10, 5.
We're
21.
on the road to 50.
You would say that when we get to 50.
Yeah, we're,
He's gonna say that for
we're
every.
on the upswing to 50.
We're closer to 50 than 0.
You know what Corey wanted to do for one of the podcasts was just get obliterated drunk. Episode 100, Corey, we're getting obliterated.
100,
drunk.
that's like a
Who's
year and a
we?
half.
He can't drink for a year.
That's fair. That's fair. Good looks. Good looking out.
I'm always looking out for my boy Corey. That's his Make-A-Wish right there.
Jesus
Right.
Christ.
Yeah, thanks for listening, watching, subscribing, sharing with your neighbors, cats, dogs, and uncles, and get in or get out. We'll see you next time.